Hey guys, Youngblood with you, and today I wanted to review the Constellation series again, with the Snub fighter now being able to be deployed, but now in a little bit less of a combat-focused review. And I think this is really going to be more in the support role, specifically for rock mining. Now, rock mining is generally most profitable when you're doing the job by yourself, because it doesn't require you to split the profits, so everything you earn comes back into you. But that does mean that you're essentially responsible for scouting, mining, and protecting yourself. Now, I think this is where the Constellation now turns the tides a little bit in this gameplay loop. Before I dive into this, though, I did want to go ahead and address something that I've been hearing a lot recently, and that's that my videos are not showing up in people's subscription feeds. Now, I'm not sure if this is something that changed when I got dropped by my MCN and joined with the YouTube Partner Program, or if it's just something else going on. But I'm going to go ahead and do a quick reminder that if you are interested in seeing the content as soon as it comes out, hit the little bell icon to turn on the notifications. Now that we got that oh-so-typical YouTuber requirement out of the way, let's dive back into the topic. One major fix to the Constellation is that makes it appealing for hauling a rock around is that you now have the elevator that works now. So it's just now a flat-out viable option for hauling the rock around. The bigger change, though, really comes not from a broke-fix type of solution, but it comes from the ability to deploy the Merlin and the Archimedes now, which really serves you two different purposes. First off, you get a scout, and with the scanning working on the Snubs, you now have a ship that is capable of going out and finding rock deposits while the pilot of the Constellation lands the ship and pulls the rock out and starts mining. Now, as far as the profitability solo versus having a scout, it's a little luck of the draw, right? With what you happen to find when you're out mining. But if you have two people that are finding the good stuff, which is typically Hadnite, then you happen to find more to mine. But if you have two people that are not having the same level of luck, you kind of come up dry. And then you've got two people that have spent time not finding what you needed to. So it kind of is a little ebb and flow there. Now, I doubt that this is going to turn into a higher profit margin than just going solo, but I think it can get close. The other part of this that, aside from just having a scout, the Snubs are considered worthy fighters, as we talked about in the prior video. But they also serve as somebody who can just monitor the skies and radar for incoming threats, which is something that's very easy to overlook when you're in a rock and you're focused on your mining HUD. Not losing your cargo to pirates or griefers is a big gain from this mechanic. So maybe you're not able to take out every threat that is coming to get you, but you're able to get in and tie them up enough, potentially enough for the rock to be able to get loaded up on the Constellation and get it off the ground. The awareness add could mean that you don't lose cargo that you would have otherwise, and in that instance, this could prove to be pretty invaluable. The flip side of this coin is the old standard. Why would you use two people in one ship versus two people in two ships? And I know it's a little bit kind of kitschy to say one ship when you're really talking about a ship and a snub. But if you're just looking at pure effectiveness, a freelancer with a rock, as well as having like a saber or an arrow, so you're still talking about two different people, would be significantly more effective and provide, the most of the same benefits. I would say that having a Merlin that can dock with the Constellation and allow for that secondary pilot to queue up the Constellation and take off and get moving, yeah, it can add some value, as well as just doing a nice job of keeping the team together. Though I think that benefit is mitigated a little bit by the fact that quantum jumping together is now much improved. The Merlin also has a significantly lower signature than the larger fighters, so you could look at these as a positive or a negative, because some of the reason for having a secondary ship flying around while you're ground mining is the deterrent factor. Having a louder secondary ship flying obvious overwatch while scouting could have threats look elsewhere, so you need to decide if you like having the ability to surprise somebody that's coming in, or if you would just rather keep them away based on what the radar is showing. I would say the real add here is just taking a new fun mechanic and finding a way to make it work for other purposes while being a part of a one crew ship, or one ship crew. Either way, at the end of the day, it's not more profitable or more effective, but it's pretty close to being on par, and you get to do it in another way than you would typically do, and you're spending your time doing something fun and new. So that's really it. I just wanted to highlight this as an effective tactic, but if you do have questions or comments, please put them in the comment section below. Otherwise, stay tuned for a lot more coming soon, including some stuff on 3.13.1, and that's near on the horizon. Other than that, have yourselves a wonderful day, and take care.